Got to figure out who adds. I think I know who does, but I'm double checking. Yeah, this is the do basic cannot go handling, which I believe is down below where we were. Dude, what fucking line was that? So that's 2924 of enact move. 1733 of enact move. Oh, because... Alright, so hold on. Let's do this again. No, we don't want that breakpoint anymore. Sorry. So we come here. So we must be returning from this. Okay, yeah. Actually, this is not true anymore. That's the problem. Actually, I'm not sure. Let's just see this. Do basic cannot go. So how much does this do? So this is adding the other stuff. Okay, we'll just do this. Because the problem is, I was going to change the value of this, but the problem is other people, like, check it. We already added the blocked animation. The blocked single move in animation. When do I think the AI bubble will pop? I don't think for a long time. Because the problem is there is a decent amount of real utility happening. And that real utility is worth a lot of money, like for real. So the thing is, most of the companies are trash and not worth anything. But that's true for most internet companies in general. Like, that's the model, right? So I don't think this is going to be tremendously outside the model that's been running for a long time. Okay. Why are we going at 0 all of a sudden? And why are we going so fast? What the hell? Wait, why are we saying set the flag? Bro. What is happening? Did our source code revert? What did we vibe code? Did Cursor change all our stuff? Oh, God. Dude, Visual Studio cucked us. It's done this to me before. Fuck. All right. Because we got rid of all the no check-ins and we checked in. Because we checked in, we should be able to revert this. Yeah, look at all these other fucking changes. Let me make sure we really did check it in. Let's diff from base. Yeah. Like what Visual Studio saved an older version of our file. Just for without prompting, as far as I could tell. Roberta Williams, that's right. All right. Hey, look, it's working again. How great. All right. So what I wanted to test is... it's still happening. What is going on? This one's my fault, probably. Can't blame everything on Visual Studio. All right. Do basic cannot go. Oh, wait. This is not the code I thought it was. This is not the code I thought it was. Okay, we're checking the wrong thing anyway. This is not... Because watch, if I'm just here, this is also going to be cannot go due to charm, right? Yes. But that's not what we want. So we need to return another value from this function that says, I don't know what to call it, did moving cannot go. Right, all right, so something like that. All right, so then where was the function? Dude, there's so much code here. All right. Oh, wait. So we return true for added guy. That's actually all we need. That's all we need. We already have it. But as we also observed, there is another do basic cannot go way the hell down here that actually adds the transaction and does a sound event and all that. Nope. I should get a tower so I could vibe code all the time. Wouldn't that be vibey if I got a tower? All right, what am I testing? Oh yeah, we want to know. Hey, look, we don't have a double. Okay, that's good. Next, in this case, we want her not to drown. So I think we detect this by asking are we vacating a square and it's not being filled and it's on the water, right? Let's not worry about the water part yet. We will need to do that test because if we don't, there are legit cases where this will break. So also it has to be a controller proc. Badge that Notch did not buy a tower. I mean, he probably hasn't spent all the money yet. He could probably buy a tower. How do I manage all those code comments? Is comment management a thing? Am I missing? Can I get a wonderful career in comment management? You don't know how many gigabytes a large language model would be? Well, they tend to be, what, in the tens of billions of parameters, right? But a parameter, I mean, are they stored at more than 16-bit precision? I kind of doubt it. They're probably less, but I don't know. So let's just say it's 16 bits. It could be 8 bits. So, you know, if it's 30 billion parameters, that's 60 gigabytes. If it's uncompressed, and maybe it could compress a little. So it's smaller than Call of Duty. Anyone here have the Santa Fe talk? We didn't really do. We didn't do a public talk. It was just a short Q&A. It wasn't. It wasn't like a real speech. It was more like just like a visiting and talk about games to people who were there. Is there an ice level where the blocks pushed move until they hit an object? Not exactly. There is something a little bit like that, but not totally like that. Just increase the number of bits to 32. Totally. Got him. Got him. Dude, just increase the number of bits to 32. It'll be twice as fast. Do the comments stop being accurate as you edit the code? Yes, they do. That's why when you edit the code, you change the comments. Okay. Let's actually take the W here because it's late enough at night. This might be an extremely short stream. I might want to go to bed. I'm waiting for the source control to go. Okay. What did we do? Eliminate double move adds when Bard is volitionally blocked. Okay. So, like I said, we want to detect this situation. What do we do when we want to detect a situation? You know the answer. Cowbunga-oriented programming. Okay. So, when we are doing this, what was the function called? I think it's here. Add charmed entities to transaction. Yes. Okay, so after we do all this, or not all of it, but actually right where we do the is willing to go. What is this fourth parameter? Current transaction volitional. Okay, so can current transaction be null? Yes, it can. So the reason you pass the transaction is because maybe there's going to be an object filling that ocean square. But we could, I don't know, we'll manually check. Okay, so I guess we added all the moves. All right. So we're just going to check the first two things. Why am I saying auto? This is not C++. All right, so for I think it's charm. Yeah. Wait. Charmed. If it's a charmed, okay, we're going to say if distance target other move info dot what is it called? Move info dot start position. Vacated equals true if distance target distance if vacated and not filled Game report Cowabunga. There we go. That's how, right? Making games is about factoring things into solvable subproblems. And Cowabunga lets you do that. We didn't Cowabunga. All right, let's find out why. Why did we? Where was our Cowabunga? Enact move 2887. Cowabunga. This is why we do Cowabunga-oriented programming. Because if we don't even get to the Cowabunga, we don't have to be confused about, like, did some other piece of code not work? No, because we didn't even reach the Cowabunga point. The Cowabunga point. All right. That was very grim where we loaded in there. Okay. We're getting here. Vacated. Filled. So why is it saying vacated is false? Let's go back here. Target. Oh, because we're off by a square. We're off by a square. Cowabunga. There we go. That is why we do Cowabunga-oriented programming. Okay. So, instead of Cowabunga-ing, we're going to say we got to go. We got one more check to do, but, you know. It didn't work. Why didn't it work? Okay, we forgot to set the could go. That's why it didn't work. Because the unwilling to go is an elaboration on could go. There we go. However, now it's wrong. Because, see, the multiplier, we hard-coded the multiplier. But we can check that. See, she's going too far in this case. So really what we want to do is check this flag down here. Okay. We don't need this, actually. Here we go. There we go. See, now it explains to you what's happening without dying. So that's great. But if you're here, wait. Now it is not working. Because we are not setting this flag. Because this gets erased. Does anyone use this? Yeah. Oh, that might also be... Oh. Okay, so we need this flag here, but only... Let's add another variable. Why not? Is that what it was called? Charmer supported by Charmed. Okay. God unwilling, supported by Charmed. Oh, I'm starting to feel the rapid onset bedtime desire. Whoops. Is it just singled at flags? Heck yeah. All right. All right. Here we go. Has it really only been 36 minutes on this? We've been productive. Okay, it's still wrong. Wait. Now the rocks are going... Now everyone's going too far. But here they're not. Okay. So now everyone... Because... Like, come on, man. We gotta get this. It ain't that hard. It ain't that hard. There we go. That's what we wanted. But if we do this, it's the same. Okay. See that? Video games. Video games. Video games. So we got to fix this rate of motion. We got to fix the splashes being in the wrong place. But you know what? Not tonight. We're going to take the W. I'm going to take a shower and go to bed. Oh, we didn't test for water. Oh, fake news. Fake news. We got to do this. What is get ocean info? From player test. I guess, okay. I guess we don't need this. All right. We probably have the Unity Manager, right? All right. All right. Now you're thinking with portals. All right, so boom, that still works. That still works. But, and it's a big but, if we do the following, it won't work, and that's fine by design, right? If I go, she's up here, all right, and there's one of these there. She will go in the, she'll go in the pit. Wait, what? Foul. Wait, does get ocean info... Does the ocean info give me the value? Z value. Hey, that's great. Now let's go back to our other test. This one works. That one works. GG's. Checking in. Commits. Added Bard cannot go when walking into a square being vacated by bards. By bards, charm ability. Okay, I will also send a quick email that I will dictate as I write it to other designers. I will say, compose to other designers. Added Bard visual behaviors. I added some more visual feedback to make the Bard a little more and changed a behavior in the process. Now if the Bard, before, if the Bard was standing on a crystal and trying to walk off it into the water, the Bard would refuse to go, but there would be no feedback. Why? Now the Bard begins to walk off, then realizes she's going faster than the crystal and backs off. There's no animation for this right now. It's just the object motion. Also, before, if walking from shore into a square that currently has a crystal in water, but where you are harming that crystal, the Bard would drown. Now she does the same half-step thing. I've been wanting to do these for a long time to make the Bard feel a little better. I am realizing we can do the same with the mirrors. We could do a partial step onto a mirror and rock the mirror so that the player looks like he's trying to step on it, then giving up. Then we don't have to have the mirror break and kill the player. The reason this was just to do something that has player feedback, as the old thing felt bad. Okay, sending it. Boom. All right, we're gonna raid. Does it work if you fall more than one tile into the ocean? No, it doesn't. I deliberately made it that way, though. Let's just put a note there. We don't test for an arbitrary number of tiles into the ocean as width is willing to go. We could do that. Okay. Good night, everybody. You know what we're going to do? We're going to raid some tower defense. We're going to raid some tower defense. Have a good night. See you later on.